And I want to start with a strange video that I saw on social media. I saw it on TikTok and then I saw it on Twitter. And it's from Ontario. I'm not sure if it's from Toronto proper or where. And on Twitter alone, it's got 1/3 views, this video. And then, as you can see, it's actually originally from TikTok, which is where I saw it. So this thing's been seen 1,000,000 times. Now, Olivia, can I sort of say stop and can you pause it in certain places? This is a video, and I think it's legit. Like, I don't think the cops here are his buddies making, I think this is real. This is a guy who happens to be black, and the cops come to his house, and they make demands of him, and he's a young guy. I'm going to guess he might even be a teenager, or maybe he's early 20s. Like, he's not in his 30s or his 40s. He may even be a student. I think it's his parents' house, is what the last moments of it tell me. So this is I don't know if he's a minor. I don't know if he's under 18, but that probably is relevant, his age. He's such a nice guy. He's so Canadian in that he's so friendly and cooperative. But folks, I am here to tell you, sometimes you should not be friendly and cooperative in life. And I know it's human nature to do what you're told, especially if a cop comes to your house and you're 17 and the cop says, blow in this breathalyzer. Well, what are you going to say? No? Is he going to arrest you? Is he going to take you away? Is he going to handcuff you? Who are all these people? What are your rights? What's his explanation? So without further ado, let's play this video. And Olivia, I might say stop because I might want to comment on something before playing the whole. How long is the whole clip? It's about 2 minutes. It feels longer because there's so much happening in it. So I might say halt just if I want to talk about something. Okay, let's play this clip. I sympathize with this guy. I like this guy. He's obviously a law-abiding guy. He's obviously a nice guy. He's obviously a cooperative guy, friendly guy. Seems like a good egg. But all of those positive qualities I just described put him at a disadvantage when dealing with a cop who I believe was acting outside the law and certainly unethically. Take a look.
No worries, man. It's no biggie.
The cops are here. We had to do a breathalyzer test because
You were weaving in and out of traffic.
We received a traffic complaint from the OPP.
Oh, wait, it's not going. Yeah.
We received a traffic complaint from the OPP, advising of a possible impairment. You're swerving in and out of lanes.
Yep.
So now I'm here to administer an alcohol screening device. So right now I demand that you provide a sample of your breath into an approved screening device for proper analysis of that breath to be made, and for you to accompany me for that purposes now.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, so I'll demonstrate it once. I'm going to turn the machine on.
Okay, pause there for a sec.
The police are really here. What the heck is going on here?
Yeah, just click pause for a second. So I'm looking at him now. How old would you say he is, Olivia? You think he's 25. So I'm wildly off when I say he could be like 17 or 18. You could be right. Now, there's 3 people that we see here. There's that other lady, and then there's, of course, the person with the camera. I'm guessing they're siblings. Okay, you think he's 25. Could be. He's so clean-shaven, I can't tell. I mean, I'm getting old. Everyone looks young to me. But did you hear what the cop said? So the cop looks like he's with a local police force. I don't know if he's Toronto or Brampton or whatever. But the cop says the OPP, that's the Ontario Provincial Police. So some other cops said you were swerving. So I've come to your house to take a breathalyzer from you to see if you were drunk. Okay, so where are those other cops? And did they see me? And how do you know I was the driver? And I've been at home? And how do you know I haven't been drinking at home? And if it was such a problem, why didn't the cops pull me over? And who are you? And what was the witness? And where's the cop who saw me? This is a game of broken telephone. You're just sending people to my house and on what? And you come up on my property with no search warrant because some other cop said to? This is what's running through my mind. But I'm a lawyer by profession. I haven't been a member of the Law Society. I haven't practiced in more than 10 years. But I don't even think you need to be a lawyer to know that a guy coming to your house and asking for a sample from you, your breath, your blood, your urine, these are things that sometimes police take samples of, your hair for DNA. You and what search warrant? Just so some cop says I was swerving, and we don't see that cop, and that cop isn't here, and it obviously wasn't important enough for that cop to stop me, and that cop communicated to you in some way, we don't know what that way was, and you've come to my house, and there's 3 of us standing at the door, and are you sure it was me? And where's your search warrant? And why are you asking for these things without saying you don't have to give it? Well, because the cops will get away with whatever they can get away with. This, keep playing the clip.
Back up for this?
You take one deep. We roll in pairs. So you take a deep breath in, make a tight seal around the tube, and blow out just like you're blowing up a balloon. So. And then it'll click.
Okay.
It'll stop. It'll think for a minute, and then it says 0 because I don't have any alcohol in my system.
Okay.
Okay. Think you can do that?
Absolutely.
All right.
How you guys doing? Good.
Hey guys.
No offense, I just want to know, like, do you guys need all these people here?
So he's getting trained by that fellow
I
there.
got you, okay.
And when I show up alone, they always send a second person just in case things go squirrely, right? Because imagine if you were impaired, some people don't want to get arrested, right? It'd be a big fight.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pop this fresh straw on for you.
Okay.
Okay, stop for a second.
Are you nervous?
Who are all those people? And what are they all doing on his property? And I couldn't quite make it up in my earphone, but I heard this earlier. Did they say one of them was like a student or something, or a trainee? Did they say that, Olivia? They said that in some part of this video. I had a little trouble hearing it in my earpiece. And he said, oh, we just have, in case you're drunk and things get out of hand, if we need to arrest you. Okay, well, if he's not arrested now, why should he even be talking to you? In fact, what are you doing on his private property? What are you doing on his property? And again, this guy, he's so friendly, isn't it? This black guy, I don't know if he's a kid. I thought he was younger. You think he's 25. You're probably right. He's not 17. So he's not a minor. But I think he's obviously stressed, and his reaction under stress is to be super friendly and gregarious. But I don't think he's relaxed. I don't think he's happy. I think just when he's under stress, he just smiles a lot and is becoming very solicitous. And all of a sudden, a whole bunch more cops are right behind him. And then he says, what are you doing here? Well, in case things get out of hand, we're here to arrest you. Well, right there, I hear that he's not under arrest. So what are you doing on the property, and what are you demanding things of him from? This is not a check stop. This is not a roadside check stop. The legality of roadside check stops has been challenged. All right, fine, we're not going to talk about that today. But you're going to his house after the fact. There's no continuity here. You claim you heard hearsay that he was swerving, not bad enough that he was pulled over. And you've come to his house an hour later, 2 hours later. Has he had something to drink at lunch? You don't ask that. And this guy is obviously afraid. He's surely unarmed. You got a bunch of cops with guns coming to the door saying, if you don't cooperate, if things go pear-shaped, we're here to arrest you. Well, get off my property before I sue you for trespass, you bullies. Play a little more.
Me? No, I'm not nervous. I already passed my test. All right, my man. So deep breath in, seal, and breathe out. Hard, hard, hard. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Perfect. And it's going to think for a second. And it says 0. You're golden, man. All right. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
we're
where the
friends
complaint
now. Give me a
came
fist
from.
bump.
Maybe you were on your phone.
No,
Maybe
I don't.
you looked
No,
down.
no,
I don't know, but I'm satisfied that there's no impairment here. So I appreciate you being so cooperative and helphelpful. Thank you.
Yeah, handshakes all around. We're friends now. I came to your house and
Have a great
terrified
day.
you.
Get that.
Bye-bye.
Oh, God.
It actually continues a bit. He goes upstairs. The version I saw, I think it was on TikTok, he goes upstairs to talk to his parents. You saw when he blew 0, that laugh, that explosion of emotional relief and release. And then that guy, hey, give me a high five, man. We're friends. I came here with the threat of arresting you. No search warrant. I came onto your property. I reached through your door jamb. I demanded you give me a sample, none of which had a legal basis. But we're friends, right? And you wonder why people hate police and fear police. Hey, give me a fist bump because we're Canadian. When we break the law, when we intimidate you, when we don't tell you your rights, when we come on your property and trespass without a search warrant, we're Canadian. Hey, yeah, a handshake. Handshakes all around. We're friends. We're friends. Look at that guy. He's the stress of his life there. What do you think, Olivia? Am I wrong? What is this? Hey, some cop said you were swerving. I've come to your house. Well, either he was swerving or he wasn't. Maybe you were on your cell phone. No, I wasn't. Well, if you were certain I was swerving, charge me with swerving. Pull me over. I'll tell you one thing. Now, I'll admit in the moment it's hard to do it. I remember some cops came to our office here once, and I wasn't at the front door, and this was years ago, and the young lady at the front door let the cops in, or maybe called. I can't remember exactly how it went down. But when the cops come in with great charisma and confidence and urgency, and they assume the clothes, cops often assume you'll just do what they say, and their body language and their form of communication is so confident, they don't even allow you to think for a second that it's optional, that it's elective, that it's voluntary. Through sheer projection of psychological force, they can get you to do many things that they have no legal authority to do so. And I remember when the cops came in here, and I've replayed that moment in my head 20 times. And and I'm not blaming myself, and I'm not blaming the young lady who went to the door. Absolutely, I tell you, I'm not, because in fact, I'm sort of making the point of how hard it is. I'm a former lawyer. I think about the law a lot. I think about civil liberties a lot. I think about private property a lot. And even I allowed myself to be bamboozled. The cops coming in here, they were searching for a guy. I won't go into the details. If I could redo that again, I would say to the cops, get off this property in 30 seconds or give me your names because I'm going to sue you for trespass. And I probably would have gone into the office, and the guy they were coming for, it was a nothing offense, by the way, and he was acquitted. It was complete BS. They were trying, what they were doing, and I'm not identifying who this person is, I don't mean to. They were trying to embarrass one of my employees in my eyes by raiding the office to give him some charge on. So it was a stupid thing, and he was acquitted of it in the end, and it was not a violent thing in any way, not a fraudulent thing in any way. It's just a BS thing. It was so obvious in retrospect that they were trying to embarrass this guy in the face of his fellow employees and in my eyes, thinking maybe I would fire him. Because if they didn't have a case against him, maybe they could ruin his life by making me fire him. I did not fire him. And I guess all I'm saying is, in the moment when police come in, high kinetic energy, confidence, volume, take you by surprise, your reaction is to comply, like that lad did, and his two, I assume they were brothers or sister or whatever. I think there was a sister and maybe a brother. The instinct is to comply. So I'm not judging too harshly, because I just told you a story of when I myself was bamboozled. But if I could do it again, and if I had advice for you, and it would be, ask for a search warrant. Say you do not consent to the search. Now, if they provide a warrant or provide some compelling and convincing legal explanation why you must submit to a search, fine, don't do it. Certainly don't fight them physically. But I tell you this, if some cop knocked on our front door, I would say, what is your business here? I wouldn't be rude off the bat. I would not. But I would say, what is your business here? And if they said, we want this, this, or that, I would say, show me your warrant or get off this property before I call the police on you. And you know what? After 3 years of COVID lockdown policing, I don't think police deserve the benefit of the doubt with a warrantless search, because we saw how so many cops were willing to abase themselves by being masked police, 6 feet of separation police. Absolute disgrace to the badge and their oath they took. Canada was amongst the worst.
That's a clip from something we call Rebel News Daily. It's our daily live stream hosted by my friend David Menzies, but the show also includes a rotating cast of hosts and special guests, including me. It's a great way for us to talk about the news of the day as the news is happening in an unscripted fashion, and it's an awesome way for you to interact with us as well. We stream every weekday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Mountain, wherever you find Rebel News. See you there.